Psychic Rin here. It is Divination Friday, and today we are using an egg and water. So this is a type of scrying that has been used for years, but I know what you're thinking. Eggs are really expensive these days, and they are. So we're going to try to get this done in one take. So I don't want to make a mess. I'm going to use a hard surface here, and I'm going to crack my egg. And then we're going to put it in the water. Whee! Okay, let it drip out a little there. Now, we got a nice little egg here. Ooh, the first thing I see is a spider web. It's reflecting up on the egg from my tablecloth. But there's also going to be a lot more here. So as you look at the glass, you see a lot of mountains forming. So mountains are actually a sign of obstacles to come. Now these could be my obstacles or it could be my viewers' obstacles. I don't typically read my own stuff. I don't read my own divination, even my own eggs. But they're little mountains forming up. You see these bubbles? They look like mountains. There's no question. They look like little mountains and landscapes. It also looks like, if you look here, like, let me see if I can get my finger to point right at it. There's like a man that is maybe on a little boat that he's, or a woman that is on a journey and coming up against these obstacles. And you can kind of turn the glass to get different views. And you can let it sit to get even more information. So where this egg sank to the bottom and these mountains rose up around it, if I was reading this person's fortune, I would say that right now their energy is a little bit heavy. And they do have some obstacles to overcome. But as you look closer, the bubbles at the top of those mountains show that they should be able to reach the top and kind of come up for air soon. There he is on the bottom again. I keep seeing him. So there is someone kind of sailing along towards the bottom of those mountains that looks like they would be trying to help individuals to come up against their concerns and their fears. And then finally, as we've been waiting, you see how these bubbles are starting to reach the top. Now, some of that is, of course, the natural course of events with an egg, but you see bubbles at the top of the water. So bubbles at the top of the water in a relatively short time, too, sees into the challenges and a breath of fresh air and the shortening of the transition. So you can do a lot more with this. You can read it up and down, and you can actually do a lot more with eggs too. You can use them for healing rituals and magic. But today we're just doing our Divination Friday. If I were going to try to do this with spirit communication, which today, like I said, we're only doing one take, but I would ask for spirit to give me signs inside the yolk of the egg. I see a sailboat repeatedly, and I see an individual, which that sailboat is a sign of changing courses and going with the movement of nature and being able to ebb and flow with it. I also see, let's see, what else do I see? Oh, we got a little flyaway there. We got a little dancer, maybe a fairy. It's hard to catch it all on camera. I could read this egg for hours, to tell you the truth, because it keeps changing shapes. But for today, that's all I got. So for Divination Friday today, we're doing egg scrying. All you need is an egg, some water, and a nice crystal glass that you can see out of easy. Thanks, guys.